Hello my beautiful Bitterroots, welcome to my channel, and today I am going to do an eyeshadow palette declutter. Now, I know it's been months and months and months since I've been on, and so much stuff has happened in my life, and I promise you that I will do an update video on what happened in my life. This is, I guess, my icebreaker to getting back into filming. So let's do an eyeshadow palette declutter. And yeah, let's just get on with it. There's some eyeshadow palettes that I would like to give to my bonus daughter, I want to call her. If you guys are on my Instagram, you know that I am dating someone new. So she's just starting to get into the makeup world. This thing on the side with a lot of my eyeshadow palettes in that. So let's just dump this baby out and then go from there. And I apologize ahead of time if I have some minions running amok in my room. I have two kittens that are about 4 months old, and my mom's cat. He only wants to be alone, just a cat, one cat home. So she tends to go after the kittens a lot. Sassy, my Miss Sassafras, I call her Sassy, or my sassy girl, my sassy pants. She comes when I call her sassy pants. I'm like, hey sassy pants, and she'll stop and look at me. So damn cute. And then Tash, short for mustache. He is running amok somewhere in this room. He was on some clothing up here. So it's about nap time for those punks. Let's just start with the alien in the room. I'm funny. Okay, so this is Jeffree Star, his Alien palette. I love this palette. Here comes Sassy Pants right now. To my sassafras. She's purring. Anyway, this one I'm definitely keeping. There's some very unique shades in here. This one reminds me of one of my favorite shades by Urban Decay called Lounge. And then there's a Wet n Wild shade like that. It's that brown base with that green shift to it. It's so pretty. I love this palette. Yeah, I will keep this. Hi, sassy girl. You guys are my good girl. There she is. Okay, so this one's a keep. I guess let's keep with the Jeffree Star theme. I have the mini Jawbreaker palette. I love this palette. I love this one on the eye. This is like my favorite lid shade for the summer. I don't know if you can see that. So pretty. Love this one. Yeah, definitely keeping that. And I have the Blue Blood, of course. Everybody's seen this. Still love his makeup. I may not agree with everything he does, but I do love his makeup. So yeah, this is a pretty fun palette. I love the mint in the one shade, mint and, was it, I'm cold, mentha or whatever. But yeah, this one definitely keeping. Hi, sassy girl. All right, blood sugar. Oh, a palette went running and Sass went after it. I can never get this dumb thing to open. Definitely an iconic palette. I love Sweetener. Oh my gosh. Sweetener on the lid. I don't know if you can even see that. It's got like a pink base within that goldy shift to it. So pretty. Definitely keeping that one. That's my girl. Yes. You're such a sweetheart, yes you are. Now, if Resting Bitch Face just leaves you guys alone, you guys would have another one to cuddle with. But she's a brat. She doesn't like other cats. So, let's just go with the Anastasia Essences right here. Here's the Norvina palette. Everybody has seen this. This is a pretty beautiful palette. But yes, I love this one. This one's definitely staying. Then I have the Sultry palette. My goodness. Butterfinger Central. Sultry palette. This one is absolutely beautiful, and I'm definitely keeping it. Modern Renaissance, which is everybody's favorite. Definitely keeping this one as well. Then I have Soft Glam. This one I've used the most, and you'll see. Boom. As you can see, I've hit pan on 2 of the shades, so this one definitely a keep. Then we have the Riviera. This one I've actually used the least amount, but you can see that I have dips in that one. Pretty good dip. Dip in that one. Dip in that. Kind of sort of. This is the one that's gotten the most use. This is Seaside. And it's a beautiful lid shade for the Riviera. I'm keeping that one. Let's do this one. This one's Stranger Things. This one was a Hot Topic one, I want to say. My friend and niece bought this for me, and so this one I'm definitely keeping. Not the best quality in the world, but for the subject matter, I'm totally keeping it. And as you can see, everything, it's the upside down. So this one definitely a keep. I need to do an eye look on that. Okay, now they're going to be wrestling and making. The one that's vocal is Sassy. Go with some of my Too Faced palettes. This is my newest, one of my newer palettes. This is the Pumpkin Spice. Hey, butt heads. So yeah, this is my newest one. I've only swatched it. I haven't even worn it yet, so I need to do this. It doesn't smell like pumpkin pie or pumpkin spice or anything, but yes, this is a beautiful palette. Definitely keeping that. Keeping with the holiday theme, we have the Gingerbread Spice palette. I love this Hot Toddy shade. Oh my goodness. As a lid shade, it is so pretty. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, yes, that one's definitely a keep. Then we have the Extra Spicy, which was last year's take, and this one is so pretty. The one that I use the most looks like I use Butterscotch and Extra Spicy the most. This one and this one. So pretty together, but yeah, keeping that. I haven't gotten rid of any of them yet. Okay, then we have the Sweet Peach palette. Clearly, this one's staying. I love this. I love the Just Peachy. It's like my favorite shade of it all. So, try not to do like a super amount of swatches, like my favorite. This one is like my favorite, like run out the door palette. This is the one palette that I like the most, only because my boyfriend always comments on my eyeshadow when I wear this. So I love Molasses Chip on the lid. Oh my goodness. It is so pretty. Love that one. But yes, I always get the most compliments when I wear this one. Plus, he's not one to go for like the Uber makeup. He is very, he likes the more traditional. Anyway, I have the Clover Palette. And yes, this one is super pretty. Love this one. This one is that transitional like brown base with that like blue green shift that I really love in the Jeffree Star palette. And there's an Urban Decay one. Everybody does that shade, I swear. But it is a one and done shade for me, because I will fluff that up in my crease and then I'll put that down on my lid so it looks like I'm using two different eyeshadows, but I'm not. Okay, and then we have the Chocolate Gold. Definitely keeping this one. This one's absolutely beautiful. My daughter actually dug into this one before I even got to, so it took a while before I was even able to get to it. It still smells really good. But Old Money. I'm reading this upside down, sorry. This one is so pretty. So yeah, keeping that one. Do I have access to my, oh, I do have these little Too Faced palettes. This is the Alamode shade, or Alamode palette. And yes, I'm keeping this one. I don't really do eyeshadow looks with these just because they're not accessible anymore. There's the Cat Eye palette. Keeping that. It's probably just the collector in me. Peanut Butter and Jelly palette. This is my favorite of these size 10 minis. So this one definitely keeping. There is the White Chocolate Chip mini. This one is one that I like to take traveling with one other mini. This is very light and perfect for like my work trips and stuff like that. So I'm able to dress it up and dress it down very easily. This one is more of a winter palette for me because I'm paler than pale, but in the winter, this is, you just have to have really pale skin to be able to pull this off on its own. Then I have the Salted Caramel, which is one of my newest ones. I got this one and the Pumpkin Spice one together, but I haven't been able to wear this one yet, so this one has only been swatched. Super excited about that. And then this is the Hot Butter Rum from last year. Love this little one. I love anytime that they come out with these tins for Christmas, I always buy them. I don't like the ones that are, you know, in this type of casing. So, yeah. So I always get these ones. And they're perfect for travel too, which is nice. Let's go with the Urban Decay. This is the Gwen Stefani palette. And, yeah, this one is pretty old, and I think I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna declutter this one. The collector in me wants to keep it, but do I really want to? I'm gonna put this aside. I'm gonna think this is gonna be the to think pile. Okay, Urban Decay. This is one that I did myself with 4 purple shades, or you know, single shades. So I have, what do I have in here? I have Scratch, Midnight Cowboy, Bordello, and Psychedelic Sister. So those are the 4 colors that I have in this little thing. And I think, I'm going to think on this one. Yeah, I'm going to think on that. Oh, here's one that I can get rid of. This is the Bad Habit Athena palette. And this one's supposed to be a dupe for, I want to say, the Anastasia one. Shoot, a Kylie one. I can't remember. But this one is going to be decluttered. I'm going to put the declutters on this side. This one is the Aphrodite. This one also is a dupe. So I think this one's the Modern Renaissance dupe. All right. Ooh, this one I got for the Subject Matter. So this is the handbook for the Dearly Departed. This one's a Beetlejuice themed eyeshadow palette. And this one is absolutely gorgeous. And I'm keeping it because Subject Matter, hello, Beetlejuice. And okay, let's go to my favorite Urban Decay palette. This is the Born to Run palette. You guys had me use my points for this one and a couple other palettes. And I absolutely love this one. So, yes, definitely keeping this. By the way, if you guys see of a couple palettes you want me to get that from Ulta, I have another 2,000 points I can use. So this one's the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. This was my very first high-end makeup palette, and I'm going to keep this one because this one's really perfect for my skin tone, and the collector in me wants to keep it. I never got the Naked or the Naked 2. I was just not into those type of nudes, but this nude palette is my perfect because of my skin tone. So I'm going to keep that. And I have the Naked Heat, and I'm keeping that one. I haven't used this one a whole lot, but yeah, keeping it. This one I've used a lot, which is the Naked Smokey palette. I've hit pan on 2 of the shades. That's because it was my pan that palette. And, oh no, I have hit pan on 3 shades. There's that one too. The first one and then the last 2 I've hit pan on. So I'm going to keep this one. This one's a good travel palette, and you know, if I'm traveling and it breaks, it's not like I'm going to cry over it because I did use this for a whole year for Pan that palette. So I'm going to keep that. And then I have the Naked Cherry I got from one of you beautiful subscribers. You were selling off some of your stuff and I purchased it. Anyway, that one definitely keeping. Okay, and then this is one of my newest ones. This is the Naked Ultraviolet. I've only swatched it. I have not been able to do eye look yet, so that's something that I can do one of these days, is do a get ready with me with that palette. Here's another newer one to my collection that I've only swatched and never used, which is the Naked Honey. This one is beautiful, and I love the colors in it. So there's a lot of neutrals, but there's some unique shades in there, and I absolutely love the packaging. They did a fantastic job with the packaging. Okay. Okay, here's one that I can get rid of. This is a Violet Voss. My bonus daughter, her name is Violet, and she came into my room and she was looking through my eyeshadow palettes, and she noticed that I had this. Actually, I have a couple more Violet Voss palettes, but she saw this, and so she made a comment about it, so I will pass this on to her, and this is like perfect shades for her skin tone. This will be a perfect everyday palette for her to use. So this one will be a declutter. Okay, let's go with my other two Violet Voss palettes. These ones I'm keeping. This one is the Donut palette. Really love this. This is so fun for the summer. And then this one is a lot of the plum colors in it. This is a great one. I've worn this one a lot. So I'm going to keep both of these. Let's go with Pretties for Your Face palettes. These ones I'm definitely keeping. These ones are also subject matter for me. So this one is Nightmare Before Christmas. This is Now and Forever palette. So pretty. I really do love these. Oh, that color is so beautiful. Keeping that. This one's Shadow Monster. This one is clearly a Stranger Things themed one. So beautiful. This one right here is such a unique shade. It's like this olive green with this like gold black flecks in it. So cool. Love that. So definitely keeping that one. And then this one's my favorite of the three, and this one's the Sanderson Sisters. So this is a Hocus Pocus themed palette, and yes, I love this in this green. Oh my goodness, it is to die for. Look at that. Oh, I have a Butter London palette. This one I think I'm going to declutter. This one tends to make my eyes itch a bit, so I think there's something in the formulation that I have a reaction to, an allergy reaction. So this one I'm going to pass on. Declutter that. Okay, here's a Real Her palette. This one I won in a giveaway, and I haven't even touched it. I haven't even swatched it. Nothing. So this one's going to be decluttered. It'll probably end up on my Mercury. That is a lip palette, so don't need that. Oh, here's another Urban Decay one. This is the Naked Reloaded. So this was my way of being able to get some of those Urban Decay nude shades, and the packaging on this is so beautiful. It's padded, so pretty. I love those flowers. So yes, this is my makeup for not having the Naked 1 and 2. So that one I'm definitely keeping. Okay, let's go with some Huda Beauty. So this one is the neon orange one. This one definitely keeping. I've had fun with doing some looks with this, so that's a stay. And then I have 3 more Huda Beauty palettes. This is the Emerald Obsessions. So beautiful. Then I have the Sapphire Obsessions. I've done so many eye looks with that, and look at that. I've got dents in a lot of those. Look at so pretty. Clearly I love this middle shade. It's like a charcoal black base with this blue flash. It's so pretty. So yes, keeping that. And the last one is the Mauve Obsessions. I would like to get more of these because I really love these little mini palettes. And this one I've used a couple times, and I loved my eye look that I came with it. that it got out of it. So that one's definitely staying. Here's a Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. This is a palette that I got from one of my subscribers. And I'm not the biggest fan of Morphe. Definitely not a fan of Jaclyn Hill. So I don't know. I've been meaning to test out the formula and do an eye look. But to be honest, I don't know. I think I'm just going to get rid of it. I'll pass it on to Violet. She's got the James Charles palette, so I think she will enjoy this palette, so I'll pass that one on as well. This guy here, the Alamar Cosmetics, this one's absolutely stunning, and these 4 matte shades, oh, to die for. And then Celia, I love this one. Oh, so pretty. It's got like this yellow flash to it, so pretty. Definitely keeping that. Okay, this Smashbox Eyes, this came in a set of 3. So there was a contour palette, a lip palette, and then this eyeshadow, and I'm gonna declutter this. I've got a lot of Juvia's Place. Juvia's Place is like my favorite drugstore palettes. I've got a lot of them. So let's just start going through. I have the Nubian 3 Coral. Love this one. And then the one that I use the most out of here is this top corner shade that I use the most. And it's just, oh, so pretty. Love that. So keeping that. This one is the Saharan. I love that. Where's the Iman shade? Iman, right? Oh, Lulu. Senegal, love that. Here's another one of those ones with that has that dark base with that blue shift. I love that shade so much, and like I said, everybody does that, and everybody's trying to one up theirs. So this one's got a little more blue in it than it does that reddy brown. So keeping that. Here is the Nubian, and this one's just a plain neutral palette, and I'm keeping that. Then we have the Warrior. This one I absolutely love. If I'm going to go with a neutral palette, I'm grabbing the Warrior. I did makeup looks for my niece, and I ended up buying this for her for Christmas last year. So yes, keeping that. This is the Warrior 2. Absolutely love this. This is an all matte palette, which is why I really enjoy this palette, and it's good to pair with others, you know, like if you need some of those gold shades for your lid, anything like that. So the Warrior 2, definitely keep. All of these Juvia ones are a keep. This is the Zulu palette. This one I wanted to do a summer look with, and I never got around to doing it. I've only swatched this one, so I can't wait to come up with a summer look with that palette. And then I have the Tribe palette. Oh my gosh, the greens in this, to die for. So pretty. Keeping that. Here's the Nubian 2, and I'm keeping this one as well, this Egypt shade. Oh my gosh, now this is a green. Look at that. It's so different from all those other green shades. So pretty, so unique. Keeping that. This one is one of my newer ones. This is the Wahala 2. I think this one was their holiday palette that came out. Beautiful palette, and I haven't even swatched it or done anything with it yet, so I'm super excited about messing around with that. Then I have all of these guys as well. So I have the taupes, super pretty, keeping that. Then I have the nudes. This one's a really pale one, and so I have to mix with another. So I've used the nudes and thrown in some taupes in there as well. That works. And then I mix the nudes with this Mauve's palette as well. I do a lot of that, so love that. This one was in a special edition kit that came with lipstick or lip gloss, something like that. This is the Royal palette. Now, they do have some other purpley ones, but I just want to show that these are different. This is the Violet palette, and as you can see, one's warm toned, one's cooler toned. And then I have Berries, which is way more pink. And the Sweet Pinks, which is even more pink. So keeping both of these. And then I have the chocolates. Love this one. This one is also one that I mix with the nudes just because the nudes is so pale. And then this is a perfect complement shade to the nudes. They just work well together. So I do mix those two a lot. This last one is another one of those specialty ones. This is the Nubian Glow. So pretty. Definitely keeping that. Okay, this one, Tetris and Ipsy. This one, I think I want to keep it just because of the subject matter, because I'm a geek to the core. I've been playing a lot of Ark with my boyfriend and my son, so yeah, this one I'm keeping just because of subject matter. It's not the best palette in the world, but I mean, it's Tetris. Come on now. Okay, we have Tati Beauty and her palette. I love this palette. I have heard that there's some more drama going on, but I just haven't been watching any YouTube, no nothing like that, so I can't keep up. But anyway, this palette is going to stay. I love it. This is such a heavy palette. It's insane how heavy it is. Okay, Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette. And I'm keeping this one as well. I love this palette. This is like my favorite rainbow palette. So keeping that. That's a singles palette, so we're gonna do that. And then I have these 4 left. This is the Lorac palette. This is their Pink Champagne Eye Cheek palette. And I'm gonna declutter that. I was working with it for being my palette this year, and I just got bored with it. So I'm gonna pass that on. This Urban Decay palette, I think I'm just gonna pass this one on. Like, I want to keep it because the collector in me, but so I'm gonna declutter that one. I think Lyssah will enjoy this. And this is a Tarte palette. It's Be Your Own Tartiest, and this one was one that I would always take traveling with me, but I think I'm gonna declutter that one as well. And then I have this Tarte palette here, which is Rainforest of the Sea Volume 2. And I'm going to declutter this one. I've only worn it a couple times. It's just going to go. This Tarteist Pro palette, I'm going to keep this just because I was born in 81. And I went through this whole, era with splatter paint and all that stuff in the early 90s. It just brings back so many memories as being an early teenager. But yes, I'm going to keep this one. And then back to the 2 that I set aside that I was going to think about. I think I'm just going to declutter both of these instead of trying to figure out if I'm going to keep it. So let's count how many I decide to declutter. It's probably not that much. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. My goal in my head was 10, but I decluttered 13, so that's pretty damn good, and I'm really happy that I got 13 palettes out of my collection. So I'm going to put this aside, and we're going to count how many I have left. 10. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 63 palettes here, and I got rid of 63, 64. I have 64 eyeshadow palettes left, and I got rid of 13. So that's, not the best declutter in the world, but I have formed some attachments, and some of these are just subject matter alone that I absolutely love, just because of my geeky, nerdy core. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this declutter, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!